Namaste to everyone. I welcome you all in my YouTube video channel. Today I will deliver lecture on graph theory, lecture number 21, in which I will discuss about the center of a graph. Before defining the center of a graph, I would like to give you the idea by a particular example. This is a graph G. This graph G has vertices V1, V2, V3, V4. Now, we want to find the eccentricity of these vertices. Firstly, we find eccentricity of V1. Eccentricity of a vertex V1 is the distance of the farthest vertex from the vertex V1. So, we find this maximum of d V1 vertex V2 distance of V1 V3 distance of V1 V4. This equal to maximum of d V1 V2. Here we have only one edge, so distance between V1 and V2 is 1. Distance between V1 and V3, here we have one edge and here one edge. We have two edges in the shortest path from V1 to V3. So here we write 2. Distance between V1 and V4, the number of edges of the shortest path from V1 to V4 is 1, 2. So here we write 2. So maximum value is 2. E V2, eccentricity of vertex V2. We write maximum of d V2 V1 d V2 V3 d V2 V4. This equal to maximum of d V2 V1, one edge, 1, d V2 V3, one edge, 1, d V2 V4, one edge. So maximum will be 1. E V3 equal to maximum of d V3 V1, d V3 V2, d V3 V4. This equal to maximum of d V3 V1. We get two edges, one edge and here one edge. 2 d V3 V2, one edge. d V3 V4, we get two edges, here one edge and here one edge. 2 edges, and maximum of this is equal to 2. Eccentricity of vertex V4 equal to maximum of d of V4 V1, d of V4 V2, d of V4 V3. and this equal to maximum of dv4 v1, the number of edges in the shortest path from v4 to v1, v2, 1 and 2, to dv4 v2 1, dv4 v3, here 1 2, 2 edges, so this is equal to 2. Therefore we get eccentricity of v1 equal to 2, eccentricity of v2 equal to 1, eccentricity of v3 equal to 2, eccentricity of v4 equal to 2. Here we see that the vertex which has minimum eccentricity is the vertex v2. This is 1. So minimum of EV1, EV2, EV3, EV4. This is equal to minimum of EV1 2, 1, 2, 2, and this is equal to 1, and this one is EV2. So the vertex which has minimum eccentricity is V2. The vertex which has minimum eccentricity equal to V2, and this vertex is called the center of the graph. This vertex V2 is the center of graph. Now we define center of a graph. Definition: a vertex in a graph with minimum eccentricity is called the center of the graph. Here we see that in this graph V2 be the center of the graph as eccentricity of V2 is minimum 1. Here we see that this graph is also a tree because there is no circuit in this graph, and also this graph is a connected graph. So this is a tree. Now we use another term, radius of a tree. The eccentricity of the center of the tree is called radius of the tree. Here center be vertex V2 and eccentricity of V2 equal to 1. Therefore radius equal to 1. Also we use the term diameter of the tree. Diameter of a tree is the length of the longest path in the tree. That is the value of the maximum eccentricity of a vertex is called diameter of the tree. Here maximum eccentricity be 2. Here 2, here 2, here 2. So diameter will be 2. It is not necessary that diameter will be the double of the radius. It is not necessary in the case of the tree. By another example, we may show this. Firstly, we define the radius and diameter of a tree. Then we will give an example in which diameter of the tree is not double of the radius of the tree. Now we define radius of a tree. The eccentricity of the center of the tree is the radius of the tree. Now we define diameter of a tree. The length of the longest path of the tree is called the diameter of the tree. Now we give an example in which we shall show that diameter of the tree is not double of the radius of the tree. This is a tree. Here vertices are V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. We have calculated the eccentricity of all vertices. Eccentricity of V1 equal to 3, as here V1 be the vertex, the length of the shortest path of the farthest vertex. Let farthest vertex from V1, V5 and V6. And here we get edge 1, 2, 3 edges. So eccentricity of V1 is 3. Similarly, eccentricity of V2 is 2. Eccentricity of V3 is 3. Eccentricity of V4 is 2. Eccentricity of V5 is 3. Eccentricity of V6 is 3. Here the vertices with minimum eccentricity be V2 and V4. Vertices of minimum eccentricity be V2 and V4. Therefore, V2 and V4 are centers of the tree. Here we get more than one center, and eccentricity of the center be 2. Therefore, radius equal to 2, and the length of the longest path, that is maximum eccentricity, is 3. Here 3, here 3, here 3. Therefore, diameter is 3. Here 3 is not double of 2. 3 is not equal to 2 multiplied by 2. Therefore, diameter is not equal to 2 multiply radius. Now we prove a theorem. Every tree has either one or two centers. Now we prove this. We know that a tree with two or more than two vertices has at least two pendant vertices. Pendant vertices means the vertex with degree 1. Also, eccentricity of a vertex V is the maximum distance from V to farthest vertex Vi, and the vertex with minimum eccentricity be the center of the tree. So, in the process of finding eccentricity of a vertex V, we must have a vertex with degree 1 that is pendant vertex which is at a maximum distance from V. If we delete this pendant vertex from the tree, the eccentricity of V will be reduced by 1. Let we have a tree T. So it must have at least 2 or more than 2 pendant vertices. If T has 2 or more than 2 vertices, if we delete all the pendant vertices, the eccentricity of remaining vertices will be reduced by 1. Let this new tree is T prime. In the similar way, if we follow the process of deleting pendant vertices, we will reach at a position that we will get lastly either one vertex or one edge having two vertices at its ends, and if we get one vertex, then that vertex will be center. Center of the tree. And if we get one edge with two vertices, then two vertices will be the center of tree. With the help of examples, we may clarify this. With the help of examples, we may clarify this. Let we have a tree and we write the eccentricity of each vertex under the bracket with the vertex. Here, this is a tree T. Here, the tree T has 13 vertices. The eccentricity of each vertex is written under the bracket with the vertex. Here, eccentricity of V1 is 5, eccentricity of V2 is 4, eccentricity of V3 is 3, and in this way we are getting eccentricity of each of vertices under the bracket. Now, pendant vertices are this V1 is pendant vertex, V12 is pendant vertex, V11 is pendant vertex, V10 is pendant vertex, V9 is pendant vertex, V6 is pendant vertex, and V7 is pendant vertex. Pendant vertex means the vertex with degree 1. If we delete all these pendant vertices, we get a new tree, T prime, in which we see that the eccentricity of the vertices reduced by 1. Here eccentricity of V13 be 4. Here eccentricity of V13 is 3. 3 is 1 less than 4. Here eccentricity of V2 is 4. Here eccentricity of V2 is 3. Eccentricity of V3 is here 3. Here 2. Here V4 3. Here 2. Here V5 4. Here 3. So in this process, center of tree T will be the same center in T prime. Only the value of eccentricity is reduced by 1, but no effect in the center. Center remains same. Again, we delete the pendant vertices. Here pendant vertices are V2, V13 and V5. If we delete these pendant vertices, the remaining vertices are V3 and V4. Here eccentricity of V3 is 2, here 1. Here eccentricity of V4 is 2, here 1. So only remains 2 vertices with 1 edge. And this is a minimum eccentricity, same eccentricity of V3 and V4. So these two are centers of the tree T. Therefore V3 and V4 are centers of tree T. Here we get two centers of the tree T. By another example, we may also clarify this. Now we take another example. In this example, we have tree T. Here we have number of vertices be 14, and here the eccentricity of each vertex is written under the bracket with the vertex. Here we have pendant vertices V1, V14, V13, V12, V11, V8, V7, V9. We delete these all pendant vertices. We get a new tree T prime. As if we delete the pendant vertices, the eccentricity of the remaining vertices will be reduced by 1. So the center of T will be the center of T prime. Center will not be affected. Only eccentricity is reduced by 1. Here we get the tree T prime. This T prime has pendant vertices V2, V10 and V6. We delete these pendant vertices and we get new tree T double prime. And here we get 3 vertices. Again we delete pendant vertices V3 and V5 and we get only one vertex V4. And with eccentricity 0, and this vertex V4 be the center of the tree. In the first example, we get 2 centers, and here we get only one center. Therefore, in the first example, we get two centers, and in the second example we get one center. Hence, if we take any tree and follow the process of deleting the pendant vertices, we will get that in the last step we get either two vertices or one vertex. That means the tree has one or two centers. Proved. Thanks for watching my video. If you are satisfied with my presentation and contents, then please click on like button and do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.